Are you sick of seeing your episodes flatline between releases? Well, today we're going to be talking through how to tease out new episodes, what are some best practices, and also some things to avoid. Hello and welcome to another episode of Successful Podcasting Unlocked. I'm your host, Alicia Galati. I'm the founder of Galati Media, a full-service podcast management agency where we help business owners launch and maintain lead-generating podcasts. Today's question is, what is the best way to tease out your next episode? Now, this question came in my inbox on Instagram. Someone asked if they should be teasing out the next episode. Does that go in the outro? What should they do? And as usual, I gave them a response right away, but tucked this away for a future episode. And since they're asking the question, I know that you are probably asking the same question as well. When it comes to teasing future episodes, it might feel like, well, I know that this person or this guest or this episode is going to be next. I'm going to let the audience know, and I am so excited to share about it. And plus, it'll give them something to look forward to in the future. The problem with doing this is that if you haven't already edited that episode or you don't already have that file ready to go, there's always the possibility that something could be wrong with that file. That happened to us recently. I create my guest plan and my outline for the Listeners to Leads podcast, which is the sister podcast to this. And I had this whole idea of what order we were going to go in, who was going to be next, everything that was going to happen in the next coming months, and how these guests that I've already recorded with were going to be lined up. But of course, technology threw a wrench in the mix. One of my guests, while it was a fantastic conversation, the entire first 10 minutes of her audio just wasn't lining up. It was delayed, and I use Riverside, so things like that shouldn't really ever happen, but they did. And I was really frustrated, but also really happy that I hadn't teased this episode yet. You might have heard me, if you listen to the Listeners to Leads podcast, you might have heard me talking about our August summer social series that we're planning and we're excited about. I have not shared what those episodes are yet because if there's an issue with those, I'm nervous and a little worried that there might be a problem. And if there is a problem, that at least allows me the ability to move people around and record a solo in there or tap one of my friends on the shoulder and say, hey, I need some help with a quick turnaround episode. Would you mind helping me? That is going to allow me some space, some flexibility. I don't have to worry about disappointing my audience. And in the end, it still creates something really exciting for them. So how can you actually tease these future episodes? We've talked about this before, this idea of when you are sharing episodes or kind of batching your episodes, to batch them in a way that makes sense for your listener. So you can create mini series within your episodes. You can go through a list of main topics that your audience is interested in. There's a lot of different ways that you can go about it, but I wouldn't recommend pre-teasing those regular cadenced episodes. If there's a guest that you're really excited about and you want to share that you're recording with them that day, then feel free to do something like that. That is a great way to create some engagement and some excitement. I know someone that actually, when he is about to record with the person he's going to record with, he will show their website from his phone and post it on TikTok and talk about, oh, I'm so excited to talk to this person. This is what we're going to talk about today. And it creates engagement for him of just excitement around who he's talking to and what future episodes are coming up. Another way that you can tease this is if you have checked the audio and checked the video to make sure that it is perfect. There are not going to be any issues in the post-production. Then you can say, hey, we have this really great guest. I'm so excited about it. And then maybe you can tease your audience by saying, here are 3 emojis that would describe this person. Do you know who it is? Or here are 3 pictures or 4 pictures that would describe this person. And maybe one of those is the person's book, right? So like different ways that you can create some excitement around future episodes without doing it on a regular basis. I think that so often we get tied into this idea that right now I have to promote the episodes I'm doing now. I have to promote the episodes that I've done in the past. I have to promote the episodes that are coming in the future. There's so much around promoting and talking about these podcasts, and that is the quickest way to burn out. You're going to whittle yourself down, and that excitement about your show is likely to falter. So I want to encourage you to only tease future episodes if you feel inclined to. Don't feel like it's something that you have to put into your content. Don't feel like it's something that you have to talk about. If you are perfectly happy talking about current and past episodes, that is more than enough. And it also sets the precedent that the listeners know that you have future episodes coming. It is okay to not tease those, but you want to be talking about those episodes that are already live. If something were to happen to you or your guest or the audio or the video, you don't want your listeners to be disappointed. You don't want them thinking, oh man, that person just dropped and that's really sad. I was really looking forward to this. And then they move on to another podcast or something else. But if you are looking to create some excitement around these episodes and around teasing future episodes, like I said, you can share social media posts, you can share it on your email, you can share it with your listeners as a tease of like, hey, we have something exciting happening, or you should be seeing some changes happening in the future, or you should be seeing some really exciting guests in the future. All of that are great ways to very elusively let your audience know that you are excited about this podcast, you're excited about the direction you're headed, and you're excited about what they're going to learn from your content. While teasers are a great way to drum up excitement about your future episodes, I want to actually challenge you to not look so much forward. What is a past episode that could get a little bit of love right now and that you could share with your audience? I recently was talking to a client who was doing a episode about breast cancer awareness. And I said, hey, right now it's not breast cancer awareness month, but when it is, what a great time to reshare those episodes. So what is an episode that you can say, hey, I want to go back to that episode. I'm going to share it a few times this week and create some excitement about the stuff that I've already created. I hope that encourages you and maybe challenges you a little bit. If you ever have any questions, you know that you can reach out to me either in the comments, send me a DM, or you can leave me a voice message on the website, successfulpodcastingunlocked.com.